Jose. Those who are just starting out, trying to figure out what path to take. And
Yep.
those who have already built something and we're asking, what's next? I may have gotten laid off and I need to do a career pivot. Today we're joined by you, Maria Jose Rodriguez, three-time PWA world champion, two-time NCAA champion. There's so many championships that I can't even name them. You went to the University of Maryland and you're a member of obviously Team Colombia. So we're so happy to have you here. You also have an MBA. Let's start with this interview. Today is April 14th, 2026. So don't overthink it. Just
Okay.
tell me what's the
Just
first instinct. Yeah.
just go for it. Okay. I can do that.
You grew up in Colombia in a country club doing everything: golf, tennis, squash, swimming, cycling, basketball, soccer. And at some point, you look at yourself in golf and said, I'm not going to be as good as I want to be, and walked away. Most people would have stayed and tried harder. What does it take to make that call on yourself?
Reality, I think. I think it was like a reality check on what can I do better. Like if I want to be good, I want to be good at what I do. I want to be the best. I don't want to be just average. I don't want to be one more of another one. I don't want to be another golfer. I mean, I wanted to achieve big things, and I guess I just saw myself and I didn't see that. So I told my mom. I said, nope, taking a step back, and we're just gonna do this bowling thing. And I
Gotcha.
mean, it worked out for the best.
But tell me a little bit more about your upbringings. Colombia, yes, but where were you born exactly, and how was your childhood?
Okay, I was born in Ibagué. It's like 2.5, 3 hours from Bogota without traffic, or it could be 9 hours with traffic. My dad was in the military, also in the medical field. My mom too, pretty strict, pretty straightforward. You do things right or you just don't do them. Grew up outside, doing all kinds of sports. I mean, yeah, in the country club, I had to be busy all the time. Just go do from this lesson to this lesson, go play golf, go play squash, go play tennis, go swim, go do this, go do that. Like never at home. Only obviously doing homework, never own up like PlayStation, never play anything that wasn't kind of being active. Like we weren't glued to a TV, didn't have an iPad. Obviously, we didn't have computers that much, but it was never like that. Then came to the US. I wanted to bowl. Obviously, I did golf and bowling for a while, and then I decided to do just bowling. I
But
wanted to
let's
come
just
to
stay
the
there. Let's
US.
just stay in your upbringings and
Okay,
siblings. You had siblings,
one sister,
okay?
2 years younger, went to Catholic school, only girls. It was the
How
only
come?
way to do it.
How come does it take 9 hours with traffic and 2 hours without traffic? That seems like a crazy time gap.
Yeah, I mean, it is Bogota. You got to get out of Bogota. Every capital of any Central American, South American country is crazy. If you want to go to Bogota, Lima, even here, Santo Domingo. I'm in Santo Domingo right now, bowling. And I mean, the map can say 15, 20 minutes, and it took us an hour to get here.
Yeah.
You just find cars and they don't have anywhere to go.
What was your first job? The first time somebody paid you, and what did I teach you?
My first job, I think it was at the mall. I was going to school to like learn English and trying to go to school. I came to the US. I was doing the ELS or ESL programs. And then I just got a job at the mall. I was selling strainers, hair strainers. Oh my God,
Okay.
this is taking me back. I was selling hair strainers and I had to like approach people, get people from the mall, something that I learned. It teach me that I'm not that kind of person. Like I approach some people and I'm really outgoing, outspoken when I get comfortable and when I get to know people. But at the beginning, I can be pretty introvert. So he taught me that, and that didn't last long. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing it to have fun too, and no, it didn't work out.
In our academy, we talk about this concept called the personal board of directors, the five people around you who provide you what no individual effort can generate, right? Including your sponsors and people that put the name behind you. You would not be there without those specific folks. A friend, that person who asked you to go to the university, that I think you got a scholarship there. But tell me more about those five people. If you were to think about five people that are essential to your life, who are they and why?
I mean, I feel like if my parents, because I know like you have to count them, but I mean, without them, you don't do a lot of things. My coach in college, probably my husband right now. I don't know. I want to say you. So I always go to you for so many things that I need in life, advice and everything. So I think
Yeah, thank you. And how does that tell you, and what does that tell you about how careers get built, right? Tell me a little
yes.
bit about the importance of having your network around you.
I mean, because they feel like those five people, you need them at any time, any moment, like any advice. You don't have to speak to them every single day of your life or like every week or every month to rely on them for so many things. But then when you need something for career, job, opportunity, advice, they're always there, and they're that one person that you say, oh, I'm gonna text him, I'm gonna call him, I need this, I need that. And they teach you so many like lessons too in life, especially when I was growing up. I mean, obviously my parents, because your parents are always doing that for you, but you have those outside people that you need them not to be from your family circle to believe, because your mom can tell you something and you're not gonna believe because just because it's your mom. But if somebody else tells you that, you're like, oh yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, I was listening to a previous conversation and I love what you do so much and you as a person because you're so passionate about it and you're so talented. But at some point you said that bowling became your job and it became your job and it wasn't as fun anymore, right?
Yep.
We
Yep.
write about how calling is an identity and job is a transaction. When did bowling cross that line for you and how did you overcome that?
Think it like the sport has grown so much everywhere, especially obviously in Colombia and different countries. Sports consoles. We now have a sports console. We have obviously the support from the Olympic Committee, from the consuls, from the states, from our departments, from everything, right? And they start providing you with more and more. And then you realize that, oh, I can live out of the sport, right? And something that I love to do, and I love doing it. And then you start getting paid, and then they start getting you evaluated. So like, oh, you didn't do the same as last year, so now we're gonna pay you less. And then you're like, wait, no. And I think that's when it crossed the line, because you always want to do more. And I think that's the beauty of the sport. Like I keep bowling because I still think I have things to achieve, like tournaments that I have to win. But then when I was relying so much more on the money that I was getting paid, and like not evaluating, but like qualifying myself with for how much money I was getting paid. Like this person's getting paid this much and I'm getting paid this much. Like why? I think that's when it kind of became a job more than a like a joyful thing that I do. Like enjoying it more than what I mean, I was doing it more before than now, or like then when it happened. And I think that's when it crossed the line. I had to come back and say, "This is not what I'm doing it. This is not the first. Like this is not why I started doing it, and I don't want to do it this way." But
You've also,
slowly
yeah,
getting back there.
you've also had those kind of moments that it stop everything, right? An injury that's so serious that you could not ball, not walk. Talk to me about that time, not the comeback, but the middle of it, the struggle. What was it like?
It's hard. It's hard because so the first, I mean, you always have little injuries. I've had little injuries and big ones. Like the first time I just couldn't bowl, couldn't perform. It was hard because you're like you just think about at the end of the day we're paper, we're pieces of paper for sponsors. We're not. Yeah, we are athletes, we're humans, but we are this piece of paper for the sponsors. We do things for them. We sell their product and we sell ourselves. And the moment that we can't do that, it puts everything in jeopardy. So you're like, if I don't bowl, I'm gonna be let go. If I don't bowl, they're not gonna think that I'm good enough. If I don't bowl, now I have an injury, so they think that I'm old, and now I can't do it anymore. They're gonna look for a younger person. So like everything goes through your mind, and you're like, am I actually gonna recover or not? Is this the end? What am I gonna do? Like your brain just spirals so much. It's crazy. Like you don't see the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, it's hard because when you ball, when you play an athletic sport, and you're not able to do it anymore because of a physical condition, you feel that your career is it's over, right?
Yeah. And I mean, you've like obviously I've trained my whole life to be able to bowl and last, but and bowling has been so much in my life, but it's not everything, right? So I also want to grow. I also want to be able to, like play with my nieces. I also want to be able to go to a concert, be able to do all these different things that it was getting to a point where I was not going to be able to because you keep just living through injuries and not taking care of yourself.
But you also have an MBA and
Yes.
master's degree. You could have built a career entirely off credentials, but you came back to the bowling lane. How do you think about being the CEO of your own career, making the call that nobody else could make for you?
I mean, I feel like I that's what I was doing for a long time, but not doing it correctly. Obviously, it would be nice. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how it would feel like. I feel like I've been doing it because I've been the CEO of my own company. But at the same time, I wasn't building something strong enough. It's sports. I mean, one injury can ruin it and be gone. I don't know. I wish I would have done it a little better, different. I think. I don't know.
I think you have done some things that have put you in the right path today. But if tomorrow bowling is stopped and was gone and you had to find a job, really go find a job, how would you approach it? What would you do first?
Contact you. work on my resume, and I don't know, I guess take a couple days and figure out what I really want to do, like what I really enjoy, because I've enjoyed so much what I do, right? Like this is the reason why I've been doing it for so long, because I'm still happy doing it and traveling and bowling. Yeah, it's getting tiring. Yeah, it's getting a little like you can see the finish line closer and closer. But I think I have to figure out what the next step is, like what I want to do. And I don't even think that's something that you come up with it by yourself. Like I feel like you have to talk to people and they can help you like work towards that. Like, yeah, what do I want to do? But what comes with it, right?
Yeah, I love how you're very resourceful and your relationship acumen is so intense. I want to know why. So, your upbringings, I assume you had a lot of friends, you played sports with friends, with siblings. How was your family? Tell me a little bit more about those dynamics that taught you about relationships.
I mean, I was brought up every vacation, every summer, every winter, like we always spend it with, a bunch of cousins. And it was just one house, one auntie house, and go figure it out. There was three beds, like you go figure it out. Like you made friends, you made people. It was obviously it was family, but it was trying to find solutions, find solutions, find a way to work together, find a way to play together, enjoy the time and help each other, help each other out. So I think, and we still do it. Like there's so many of like I have a bunch of cousins. They're not first degree, but so many cousins and we don't talk all the time, but we always look for each other in times that we need. So I think that help and also bowling. I mean, you get thrown in the bowling world and in some tournaments with people that you've never seen in your life and people that I always call it like they're forced to be your friends because they're on the team and then you're going to be on the team for a while or like that's your plan. So you're kind of forced to be friends with them, but it's not somebody that you would have picked to be your friend. And I think that make you be less picky and less and just try to go with the flow and learn, like try to get the best out of the person. Like you might not like them, but if you can get the best out of the person, you can grow, instead of like just focusing on the bad part or like the negativism or like you're gonna meet so many people that are negative 100%. And if you don't take the best out of it, you're gonna go low with them. And I think that's something that I learned really quick, and I didn't want to let myself go in that direction.
Yeah, I'm so impressed by your ability to talk to anyone. You can relate to anyone, and I think this started, from a very young age because of all the dynamics. But traveling, like, where have you not traveled? That's a question, right? You through bowling, you've traveled so many places, right?
Yeah. Where haven't I gone? I haven't gone to the Philippines yet. I haven't gone to
Okay,
Australia. We want to go far. I haven't been in Australia. I
but
haven't been to Antarctica.
I'll follow you when you travel. And tell me how you travel. You're not just at the resort and then you go to the bowling alley. You try to go into the local places. You try to talk to people. Tell me more about why you do that.
100%. I feel like I wanna, if I'm gonna go to a country and I'm gonna stay in a resort and I'm gonna, be in the air conditioning, the hotel, eating a hamburger or pizza, like I can do that at home. If I'm going to a country, when I bring friends to my country, I want them to do what I do. Like when I brought my husband for the first time, I'm like, we're eating where I used to eat. We're doing what I did growing up. I wanna show you my like my upbringings, right? I want to show you my life. So every time we go somewhere, it's like we want to see the same thing. Like you want to learn why this country is so well known or why people love this place so much to live here or to be here. So, I mean, I think that's why we do it. And we find locals. Obviously, we have so many friends thanks to bowling, and you keep in touch with most of them. And most of them are really open too. And like if you say, "Hey, I'm going to Singapore," you have multiple friends that are like, "Yes, let's go. Let's go for dinner. Let's go here." And also, we learn to be. I mean, at least me, not to be picky. I can't. You can be picky. You're not gonna get to know the country and the people and the culture if you're picky. If you have, how do you say it? If you're not open to
Right.
to get to know the people and the city and the food and everything. So I think that has opened up a lot of doors for us too, and for me and friends that we do it together. So yeah,
So would you agree that traveling has been one of the best career resources that has given you the tools that you need to do anything you want?
multiple things, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Just seeing
I
different
agree.
cultures, different people, the way people live, act, react, everything in different cultures. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So if you're stuck and you don't know what step to take, go travel.
Yes.
Traveling
Yes.
is the best way to find something new about yourself and you'll be in a different routine where you may come up with new ideas. What do you think people or most people get wrong about the job search?
That you always have to get an answer from anywhere that you apply, I think. Because I think a lot of people are like, yeah, I've applied to 27 jobs and I have no answer. I mean, you don't even know if some of the jobs are real. Like, in this world now, I think it's just harder to apply. It's harder to do it. There's so much AI used in the wrong way and so much AI used in the right way. And you're not entitled to get an answer. Like, the companies are not entitled to answer you. Like, it would be nice if you get an answer saying, hey, no, hey, yes, or more feedback, or what can I do better? Right? But I think most people get it wrong saying I didn't get an answer, and then you keep going low and low and low. Like I'm never gonna find a job, or I don't know, it's hard to do it, or I think so.
Yeah. And trying too hard. Like I love
Yes,
that you're authentic and I can see your attributes every time we talk, every time you are, doing an interview, your resilience, your adaptability, your ability to influence people, your networking. So, I'm a recruiter. So when I see jobs, when I see things that are in front of me, I often think about people like you, right? Because I know that those things come naturally to you.
yeah. Thank you.
There is a young girl somewhere in the world. Actually, I have my cousin's daughter, Luciana, starting to bowl. I mean, she actually admires you so much. She's in athletics. She's curious. She picks up the bowling ball, and something happens. Like, what do you say to the young generation as it relates to establishing a career or starting a career in bowling
I
specifically?
mean, I always say, do you love it? Do you see yourself in 20 years doing it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's probably the first step, right? Because if you're just there because you have to do sports because they force you to do something, it's not gonna work out. Like, do you want to work hard for what's coming, and just be ready to be mentally strong? It's it's just hard. It's hard, like every other thing, and people just quit at so many things because they're not as easy as they thought it was going to be. And sports are not, or they're not different. So I think my main thing is just, you love it. And then something else, like always go to school for something,
Yeah,
especially in bowling, like, yeah, you're going to have it. You can have it for a long time, but even if you love it so much, you can still get tired of it. And you want to have that second thing, that backup thing that you can still work and you can still make a career out of it.
great advice. What do you wish someone had told you when you were that age?
I think maybe to try harder to get a job, like to have something in the back, to have more experience for right now. Like if I meet people that are 10 years younger or they're just leaving college, I'm like, yeah, find a job. Even if it's something part-time that eventually can become full-time, or something that you can do on the side, like do it because that those years of experience count. And now every job you apply is, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 12 years. Like, I don't want to say I don't.
Good advice. Is there something that it scares you after having won so many championships? There you are. So we got caught up. You there? I couldn't hear you.
What happened?
Okay, now
Like,
did you get my last question? Is there
everything. I don't know
something
what
that
happened.
scares you, even when you've won all these championships? What still scares you?
In the sport
You
or
got
in
cut up
life?
there for a second. What was that? In
Okay.
life, in
I
life,
said I said in sports or in life.
same.
In life, death, and not like having enough time to do everything.
What is your
Because
purpose in
I
life?
want to keep doing things
I mean, you're
to be happy. I think I'm pretty happy person, and it bugs me when I see other people that are, they let every little thing just affect them, and so easy and so hard.
in
I'm
your
like,
words.
no.
What's the difference between happiness, success, and joy?
I mean, I feel like success can be defined in so many things because it could be, work successfully in job, or do you have a family? Do you wanted a family? So are you successfully, a mother or a father or a family? Are you successful because you have money? Are you successful because, so I think it's a pretty fine line between that. Joyful, I think is I mean, happiness is, enjoying every moment, every time, every second. And I think joyful might be a combination of both, like, cause I mean, if you combine both, I feel like you're pretty, I don't want to say you're pretty set for life, but I mean, I'm a pretty happy person. I mean, I don't need a lot to feel like I have it all, or like I have a lot, and I make the best out of so many things, even every hard situation. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think joyful will be. I'd really like that word.
Okay,
Like
tell me
joyful
about
is just the
Santo
combination. I think it's the
Domingo or
combination of it. Yeah.
Dominican Republic. What are you doing there? When are you coming back?
Yes. So we have a tournament from the Olympic cycle, the Central American Games in July. And this tournament this week happens to be in Santo Domingo in the same bowling center. So the Olympic Committee pretty much said, hey, you guys want to go and prepare and have a week to like get to know the place. So we're here bowling it's called Ibero-American. Ibero-American tournament. So even people from Spain are here, Costa Rica, Venezuela, Peru, looking at it. Dominican, Guatemala, Panama, like a lot of
Okay, let's
countries.
do
So
lunch
I'm
after
here
you come
until
back.
Sunday. I'll be back
Maria
Sunday. I'll be
Jose,
back home Sunday.
through line of our conversation, people, its connection with humans is
Yes.
finding a mentor, a friend, and finding the way back to loving the sport, right? You did not build this career by being best in paper. You build it by being the most present
Yes. Yes.
in the room, on the lane. And this is what these conversations are all about, teaching people the simple things that they can learn from listening from an example like yours. So thank you so much. Until the next time, I am Andres, and this is Path Forward.
Thank you. Yes.